I've been struggling with trying to get the camera set up right, to do some more of a formal presentation. My father wants me to do some material. He says, "John, could you put up a could you put on a coat and tie?" So I picked up a tie. That's a Goodwill. This one here wants me to put on a jacket and a tie, and then read these news clips that he writes. He comes up with. See, so there's a I found this at the Goodwill striped tie. It's a Kenneth Cole tie. Ooh, ooh. So anyway, I've been trying to set that up, and fooling around with the camera, still experimenting with the cell phone, the cell cam, and seeing if I can get that to work. Probably gonna have to go back to my old setup to do anything formal. I kind of like this though; it's easy. So anyway, in my last video, I was walking down the street and I started talking about psychiatry. This whole thing about been talking about this psychiatrist for Fox News psychiatrist. I wonder if he ever gets Sean Hannity on the couch. He's probably, Sean Hannity's got this thing about apologizing. Have you noticed that? So apologize for everything. So he probably says to Sean, Keith Abloh says to Sean Hannity, "Sean, why don't you apologize for all the evil that you're spreading?" Oh God, oh, I'm running out of battery. No, I'm running out of batteries. It's a loss, a complete loss. Well, I probably can go a little longer. Anyway, so the conclusion being, we need a new form of psychiatry in this country. You know, what we're getting is not psychiatry. Psychiatry means soul healing in Greek, right? So, oh, I'm sorry, I just hit the cat with spilled coffee. So, oh geez. So quantum psychiatry is the use of material and electromagnetic and psychological analogs to treat and influence human behavior, and correct human behavior, and human disease. Also, let's get disease in there, because you see, healing occurs from the top down, from the inside out, from the most important organs to the least important organs, from the last occurrence of the disease to the first occurrence. So the chronic problems are the last to go. You know, but the things that just happen to you, they're the ones that heal more quickly, unless they're really traumatic. And then they get stuffed into the stack. They get put into the stack. Everything gets put into the stack. So you'll find that healing regresses from kind of like in reverse, kind of reversing. We call this direction of cure, see. So what's the most important organ? The most important organ in the body would be, what is it, the heart? You think your heart is the most important organ? You think your brain is the most important organ? What's the most important organ? Well, I contend to you, I submit to you, that the most important organ in your bod is your soul. The soul is the most important organ. The spirit, you know, the mind, is the most important organ, and then this is also the external mind, the eternal mind, the mind that connects you with the collective subconsciousness. All right, that's the mind. So you heal this collective subconsciousness, and you heal everybody in it. Right, from the top down, from the inside out. Right, that's what's inside of you. Or is it outside of you? Anyway, so this is done with these corrections and influences are made using material and electromagnetic analogs. Okay, and what we've found is that, at least in the material, in the electromagnetic extracts of the materials, which have correspondences and also idiosyncrasies of their own, apart from one another. Even though the extract is from the same material that may, like lycopodium, for example, is an example of something that is quite inert in the material form. But once you potentize it as an electromagnetic extract, as an analog of the material substance, it becomes quite potent. And where it may continue to have those same features in the material substance, it has additional features that are hidden within it, within its soul. So I'd like to apply this to the James Holmes case. And James Holmes is a very interesting situation. I would call that the Joker murders, because his case is very similar to the Jared Lee Loughner case. Remember that one, the young man that shot Gabby Giffords and those other people? Same kind of thing. It seemed to have some strange influences on it. And these are like showboat killings, and these all point to one remedy. And there's several remedies actually that come up for this, but one in particular that I like for this is a remedy called hyoscyamus. And the hyoscyamus has within it the desire to kill, and this kind of wild, crazy behavior. And the stupor, the smile, all of this stuff fits these alkaloid, which is it's a relative to belladonna, and it has some very, very similar characteristics to belladonna. And also stramonium, it has some characteristics very close to stramonium and opium as well. So there's a number of these different remedies that might apply, but my choice, from what I've seen of the symptoms, is hyoscyamus for James Holmes. Now, it's just come in that they have discovered that he sent his notebook, a notebook where he had planned this, to his psychiatrist. So this is following my supposition, my first supposition, which was posted within minutes after the killing on the, what was that, the 20th that happened, that this has been influenced by a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. And because now we know that he was under psychiatric care, the professor of the school that he was going to. He was also working at the Salk Institute, so he might have had exposure to some chemicals there, but could influence his behavior. But I suspect something else too. Now, I suspect that he's being influenced by something that's a mass influence in this country, which is this college loan scam. This young man probably put out thousands, maybe tens of thousands of dollars to get the degree that he currently has, postgraduate degree, or maybe he's still working on it. I'm not really sure about that. But for his college, he's obviously a highly educated young man. He probably paid tens of thousands of dollars for it, and he's in debt. And when you put a person in a hopeless situation like that, a helpless situation, you make them helpless and hopeless, they become suicidal. And suicidal people are very dangerous because they'll take somebody with them. And I think that's what's happening here.